Hi all, I'm Radhika. Today we are going to learn the lesson When Salihan Took on the Raj, which is written by P. Sainath. P. Sainath is a journalist and it's a newspaper article. And P. Sainath is the grandson of our former president V.V. Giri. Let's move to the introduction. Palagumi Sainath is the full name of P. Sainath. He is an Indian journalist. We have already said that he is a journalist. He is an Indian journalist. And he writes about poverty, structural inequalities, caste discrimination, and farmer protests. Through his works or through his articles and news reporting, so he is trying to showcase poverty, structural inequality. Inequality means that is inequality on the base of caste, creed, race, etc. And he is trying to erase all these inequalities through his works, that is through his reporting or through his journalistic approaches. And caste discrimination, and we know that a lot of hazards are being happened even today in India, and he is trying to showcase or he is trying to project these kinds of caste discrimination through his works. And farmer protests also, and farmer protests, and we know that farmers are the they belong to the lowest rank of our society, and they have their own rights and their own requirements, and no one is there to become their voice. Our Palgumi Sainath is one among them, and he is trying to showcase the, or he's trying to project the issues of farmers and their protests also. And he is telling through his articles or through his news reportings, he's trying to reveal that they are also humans and they are also citizens of India, and they do have the rights to live very beautifully as others. And we know he won over 40 global and national awards for his reporting. He is a very well known news reporter or journalist, and he has won over 40 global means international and national awards for his reporting. But he rejected government awards, including Padma Bhushan. But according to him, journalism should not be awarded, or there is no need for awards to a profession called journalism. That is why he has rejected the Padma Bhushan. Padma Bhushan, we know that it is one of the legend awards which is given by the government of India, and he has rejected it. Okay, and this article, and we know that this is a newspaper article. The name of this article is When Salihan Took on the Raj. It highlights the unknown heroes of rural India who had shown courage in fighting the Britishers but remain unrecorded. And we know that a lot of struggles had been happened during the freedom struggle or during the pre-independent India against the British rulers. And this is Salihan, that is the Salihan revolt is one among them, but it is unrecorded. That is nowhere in history we cannot, nowhere in history we can find that this kinds of protest or this protest which is led by Salihan tribe. Okay, and we already said that he is standing for, or he is the voice. He himself is the voice of the poor or the unknown or the marginalized people. That is why he is trying to tell us something about the Salihan tribe. Okay, and when Salihan took on the Raj, and you can see Salihan, that is Demati De Sabar, and she is known as Salihan, and she has named after her whole tribe because she is very well known, and and that she is very well known among the tribal people because she alone protested against the Britishers. And in this picture, she is very old, and she's about 90, and he himself is telling that she's about 90 when he met her. And we know that it is after independence anyway. And when Salihan took on the Raj, it is the story of Damati De Sabar, who is known as Salihan. Damati De Sabha is also known as Salihan. She represents the whole community of Salihan. And an Adivasi of the Sabha tribe of Odisha. She belongs to the Sabha tribe of Odisha. And Salihan was walking in the fields with other Adivasi women when a young woman announced about the British attack. And she was working in the fields as an Adivasi or as a tribe. She is working in the fields when an Adivasi woman, young woman, announced that what she has told them, that is the British people or British soldiers attacked the village and they attacked her. That is our the Mati Dei Saibas or Salihan's house, and they attacked her father. And all these things were shared with our Salihan by the young woman. And by hearing this, as each and every child or daughter, she was also very much afraid of it, or she was very much embarrassed by this. And she went or she ran away to her home and found that her father was bleeding. And actually, he was shot on his leg. And naturally, the girl childs are expected to cry at this situation. But Salihan was not at all like that. And she attacked the British officer who has shot her father with sticks and some other tools along with the other Salihan women. Okay. And this was the protest made by this tribal woman, and she is illiterate and she didn't know nothing about the freedom struggle and all the colonization and all such things. But she decided to protest against the person who had tried to assault her father. That is why she had attacked that person severely. And at that time, she was only 16. It was in 1930. That is, this incident has happened in 1930. At that time, our Salihan, that is the Mati Day Sabha, was only a girl child and she was only 16 years of age. And after this, that is, after the attack, the British officer has run away. Anyway, the after effect was so severe. Her father, the name of her father was Karthik Sabha, and sister Bande, then two other women by name Ganga Talan and Sakha Toran. They are relatives and the women of a tribe all were arrested due to this. And we know that the Britishers won't entertain any kind of protest against them. As a result of this, these persons were arrested. And Sainath is telling that she is nearly 90 when he met her, but she has the spirit and strength even now. And we know that that is this attack against the British happened in 1930. And now, when Sainath met her after independence, and when he met her, she was 90. But even in her old age, she has the same spirit as she has attacked her father's attacker, that is the British officer, and she was very much enthusiastic or very much that is a lot of there is a kind of spirit is there in her, inherent her, that is not in her, inherent in her. That is why she has protested against the Britishers even at an early age, that is at the age of 16 itself. And while she is describing at the age of 90, Sainath is telling that she went to or she has turned 16. That is, that enthusiasm was there in her eyes and in her speech. And when the author met her, she was struggling with the poverty. Then, what happened to our uh, Salihan was that is a later. What happened to her was the Indian government after independence. That is, we already said that this was an unrecorded protest. That is nowhere in our freedom struggle or the history of our freedom struggle. We cannot find the name of Salihan there, and the protest made by her along with her co-workers. Anyway, this was a protest really, and actually it was a protest, but um, no one is recognizing the acts of poor people. That is why this is not recorded. Maybe this is not recorded by the historians. Anyway, uh, Sainath is telling that now when he met her, she was 90 years of age, and at this time she was struggling with the poverty. That is, she was living in a very pathetic and poor condition. Her protest is not recorded, and she does not get any pension assistance from the state. And we know that all the freedom strugglers, that is, the persons who have participated in freedom struggle, will surely get pension and assistance from the state. But she has been denied all these facilities because her protest was unrecorded. And now, what has happened to the Salihan region? Now, the region is dominated by the feudals. Feudals or landlords are there, and they are benefited out of freedom actually. Not the poor people, but the feudals are benefited because they directly got some kind of rights on land from the Britishers, and the Indian government is also supporting these feudals. And Sainath is telling like that. And Sainath is telling that those feudals were benefited out of freedom, not the poor people, but the landlords or the feudals were benefited out of freedom. But she has still a smile on her face, and amidst of all these protests or but she has still a smile on her face, and Sainath is telling that she is smiling. There is a very beautiful smile on her face when he met her. That is, this smile proves that she is very strong, and she is not at all very much interested in the pensions or the grants which is given by a government, and she has the willpower to live on this earth freely without any assistance, and this strength is being revealed by her smile. That is, even amidst of all those negligence on her, she is trying to face the situation with a smile, with a beautiful smile. And she died in 2002. And so I think you have understood something about Salihan and her revolt against the British during the pre-independent India. So watch the video thoroughly and be prepared for the flipped session. Thank you. I'm Radhika.